Hey, welcome back to the podcast. I'm your boy, the Wolfhound. If you could like, share, and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. We got to talk about this Giza, this structure underneath the Great Pyramid. Saw this news today. It is mind blowing. I'm gonna just jump right in, and then I'll stop it a few times. But man, you got to see this.
What has just been announced in relation to the pyramids at the Giza Plateau and the plateau itself is so incredible, so awe-inspiring, and narrative shattering that I have been sitting here for the last hour trying to wrap my head around the implications.
I'm telling you guys, I've been doing the same thing because if this turns out to be true and not some hoax, we don't know damn skippy about the past. Like this is going to rewrite history as we know it.
Of what we were just told. So this is pretty much breaking news because the new findings were announced on the 16th of March at a press conference held by the team who was studying the Great Pyramid of Giza.
So there's some findings that I need to see the press conference. I'm going to look into it further because he references a paper, but the paper is a little bit older.
With a non-invasive technology that was first developed by Filippo Bionde and Corrado Malanga called synthetic aperture radar Doppler tomography. So this was used to explore the internal structure of the Great Pyramid of Giza. And this method leverages the analysis of micro movements typically generated by background seismic activity to achieve a high resolution full 3D tomographic imagery of the pyramid's interior and subsurface components.
So it's basically using some type of technology from a satellite, which is not like backscatter X-rays work, but I don't know exactly how this technology works, but it's using the Earth's movements as as the source to be able to create the outline of what's below. It's a ground penetrating radar type of technology.
The recent findings from deploying this technology are nothing short of mind-blowing, because what's been discovered is that there are huge structures coming down from the...
Okay. The pyramids are gigantic already. We already knew inside that those structures didn't make a lot of sense for burial chambers. We know the materials, the granite materials that are in there don't really come from this area. And now we have whatever the heck this is below. It's just absolutely insane.
The base of the pyramid deep into the bedrock, in fact, over 600 meters deep, which then connects to structures that extend up to 2 kilometers below the surface of the ground. 2 kilometers. Bro. Massive internal structures connected to the base of the pyramid and extending deep.
Okay. Look at those things. So now, pyramids above those, there's even this giant box-looking structure below. Whatever the heck that's doing.
Down. This is what we know so far. Utilizing high-resolution radar images from Capella Space and Umbra, which are 2 private companies that specialize in satellite-based synthetic aperture radar imaging. This has allowed researchers to create a 3D model of the internal structure of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Now, this model has revealed a previously unknown chamber with 5 horizontal levels and a sloping roof, which in of itself is an architectural design unlike any previously documented in the Giza Pyramid. But the most shocking discovery lies beneath the surface. Below ground level, radar tomography has identified vertical cylindrical structures extending for hundreds of meters beneath the pyramid. There are 8 of these cylindrical wells arranged in 2 parallel rows, descending to an astonishing depth of 648 meters. Whoa. Even more intriguing, at the base of these structures are 2 massive cubic formations measuring approximately 80 meters in diameter. The tomographic data suggests that these are vertical wells with intricate spiral pathways. Now, this design not only implies a functional...
Well, I mean, what in the world could this be? It looks very mechanical, like used for some type of technology, but it also looks like it could be a stairwell or a staircase down to something, or it can be used to, like, I don't know, it's like It just seems like electricity. It's screaming electricity, but I don't know.
Purpose, but also a level of sophisticated engineering that completely blows the dynastic Egyptian model out of the water. I mean, the pyramid itself was already a massive red flag in the ancient Egyptian historical narrative. But now, with this discovery, I think it's become impossible to say that the Egyptian civilizations that we understand, that we've been taught about, were responsible for building these structures. And it
It's
doesn't even end
insane.
there. The radar analysis extends beneath the entire Giza plateau, revealing interconnected structures beneath not only the Great Pyramid of Giza, but also those of Khufu and Menkaure.
So this thing is connected underneath all the way to the different pyramids. And I remember seeing something where they had the Egyptologist who was speaking about the pyramids and why Egypt was controlling access. That he said there was something about tunnels. He knew about caves and tunnels. And there's a guy, his name is Andrew Collins. He's kind of not, I won't say pseudoscience, he's more of esoteric writer. And he knows a lot about archaeology. I mean, he knows more than most archaeologists. He talked about this a long time ago. So the information's kind of been floating out, but this is actually a scientific study, which I got to get my hands on this paper.
The subsurface network reaches down to a staggering depth of approximately 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers. This is not possible given the standard historical and archaeological narrative given to us about ancient Egypt. Now, I'm hearing that there is more to come. There is a 4-hour presentation that's going to be released by the research team. This is what I'm hearing. That's going to go into every detail of their findings. This has essentially been a strategic release of incredible data ahead of time to get people interested. And I am more interested in this than basically anything else right now, because this is by far the most provocative piece of evidence for not only a potential technological explanation for the purpose of the Giza complex, but it also provides the most extraordinary evidence for a pre-flood era civilization that was flourishing in a way that we can scarcely comprehend.
This is just an absolutely insane story. And I don't really know where to start, man, because I study a lot of anthropology and archaeology. I'm not an ancient Egypt expert by any means, but I do know a lot about it. I just, to find something that size or that scale, it's just mind-boggling. Kind of when I was in Namadol, Pohnpei in Micronesia, there's kind of a structure there. In the base of that structure, the basalt columns are so massive. It's just like, how in the world did a human ever move this? More's going to come out on this. I'm going to check that paper. Um, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave like a picture here of kind of the scale, the size of what this would look like compared to modern structures. Either humans didn't build this, or humans of the past were so astronomically intelligent and advanced, and we lost complete understanding of that. But this is so major. This is a massive discovery. It's mind blowing. I don't even know where to start, man. The analog man's brain can't handle this, bro. To analog. Seriously, man. What do you guys think? Appreciate you guys coming back to the channel. You can like, share, and subscribe, or buy me a cup of coffee, which I'm going to need when I'm reading and researching all this stuff. I'll probably do another video when I get more information on it. But yeah, that's breaking news. It's absolutely nuts. I'm your boy, the Wolfhound. I'm out. Outer space.